At this time, I would love to invite Larry Rudy forward to share his testimony of giving. We want to say thank you to Larry for your faithfulness and courage to share your story in preparation for our special celebration of Consecration Sunday, October 27th. So please welcome Larry.
Good morning. Good morning. Indeed, what a glorious day. We've been studying parables of Jesus recently. Last week, we discussed the parable of the mustard seed found in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Small seeds, when planted, can result in a dramatic effect. Kingdom of God is like, well, let me illustrate by telling you my story. Actually, the story of Larry and Ann, new in Plainfield, only 22 years old, and looking for a church. For some of you, it may be difficult to remember your first time in church. But this was the first Saturday in July of 1962. Remember 1962? When we entered the Plainfield United Methodist Church. In those days, the church had 2 services, but during the summertime, they only had a single service. This was the first Saturday in July. The sanctuary was filled because it was the first Sunday of our new pastor, Dr. Donald McMahon. We didn't see a single empty seat, but we were immediately greeted by Chuck Riddle, who ushered us down along the side aisle to where seats were open for us. And as I recall, where Frank Davis is sitting is about where we were placed. And before we could exit, following the worship service, we were again greeted by Chuck Riddle, who had introduced us to, believe it or not, Frank Davis and his wife Sandy, and other young couples in the Mary Maids Sunday School class. The seed of welcoming was planted at that moment. After joining their Sunday school class, we found ourselves being invited to a class picnic at McCormick's Creek State Park, and we went. The seed of fellowship was planted. This church became our church home, and this congregation our church family. We raised our 3 children, David, Debbie, and Diane, here. The church has offered us many, many opportunities for spiritual growth through its worship, music, Christian education, the scouting program, small group Bible studies, mission outreach, and Christian service. With each opportunity, the seeds of discipleship were planted and nurtured. I encourage us now to look forward to the year ahead and beyond. What seeds of opportunity is Christ waiting for us to plant? Indeed, the need is great. I invite you to join Ann and me this week and next week as we prayerfully consider our generous giving commitment for Consecration Sunday. Thank you.